In this video I'm talking about this Sony 85mm f1.8 FE lens. 85mm, yes, 85mm portrait lens from Sony. This Sony is priced at £600 here in UK, approx there, £600, which is very similar price to the Zeiss 55mm, but I wanted to compare how this actually stacks up build and quality of images to its smaller and cheaper brother, the 50mm f1.8 FE lens, which I have reviewed and the link is just here. I have had a good go with this one, and yeah, I can honestly give you my opinion if it's any good or not. So let's start from the build, and it definitely feels proper. It feels like it's been made to last. It's got a bit of weight to it, which is roughly about 370 grams. Balances very nicely on the camera. It has got a nice focusing, smooth focusing ring. Also, it has got built-in autofocus, manual focus switch, and the focus hold button. There is no optical stabilization built into the lens, but if you are using any of the current cameras like A7 III or A7S II, the 5-axis built-in stabilization in the camera will help to keep the shots from this lens steady. The focusing distance of this lens is just under 1 meter, which is about 2.6 feet. Also, it has got 9 aperture blades, which creates nice and soft round bokeh. So, the quality of pictures. Let's talk about pictures first. I have shot with this lens for a couple of weeks, and I have to say that it is one of the sharpest lenses I have ever used. And I have been shooting with Nikon for many years. I've been shooting with Sony now for a couple of years, and I have tried a lot of different lenses. The focusing and the sharpness of pictures from this lens is just outstanding. I couldn't really fault it at all. Every time I took a picture, it focused beautifully, and the sharpness is extremely sharp. All the photos I have done wide open at f1.8 didn't disappoint at all. But then it's not the cheapest lens. It does cost £600, so you expect that kind of quality from it. I have programmed the focus hold button to be eye autofocus, which when I done the portrait, it actually helped to get the eye perfectly sharp every single time. But from my experience shooting with the Sigma lens before the 50mm art or even the Zeiss 55mm, there's always a tiny bit of room for mistake, and there's always, not always, but very often the lens back focuses slightly and you have to do a couple of pictures and keep checking. With this lens I have shot several photos in a portrait shoot scenario, and I can say that every single picture was perfectly sharp. So photography wise, I just cannot fault it. When I try to do video with this lens, it just becomes a horrible monster. I would say it compares very closely to badness of the cheap 50mm f1.8 FE lens. It just couldn't handle it at all. Even using the center focus point or wide focusing on the Sony camera, it was just hunting or not doing anything at all. When it finally decided to focus, it focused too far or too close. I'm filming here with Sony A7S II, but I am comparing this lens to other lenses I have tried on the same camera. And for example, 24-105 lens has got a beautiful way to change the focus point automatically. So you can point at something, for example, close to you, and it will focus nicely and accurately onto it. But when you point the camera further away, the focus will change gradually and smoothly. So it feels like someone has turned the barrel of the lens at nice speed. With this, it just kind of goes there very quickly, and it doesn't do it accurately. I found it almost unusable in autofocus mode in video. Strangely and surprisingly at this price range. Putting this lens into manual focus, it causes no problems whatsoever. If you can use your eyes to focus and create a sharp video, this lens is exceptionally sharp where it needs to be sharp. So one big letdown is the focusing in video. Why, Sony? So the conclusion is, would I buy this lens? I would definitely buy this lens for photography. Just outstanding quality. For the portrait, you just cannot fall. The bokeh is beautiful. The lens performs so nicely and accurately every single time. For video, this lens is just not doing it for me. The focal length is just not right for video work for me and my workflow. It's just too close for moving shots, a little bit too close. The autofocusing doesn't really work, but putting in manual mode, if that's how you work and you always manually focus, there's nothing wrong with this lens at all. If this is something you would use more for photography, I would definitely highly recommend. If you're looking lens for video, this might not be for you if you need autofocusing. So this is it from me. I hope you like this video. The links to buy this lens here in UK or any equipment I'm actually using to make my videos is below this video. Help me to grow this channel by purchasing from my affiliate links on Amazon, if you are in UK, of course. So yes, thank you very much. I hope you liked it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribing already. And thanks for watching. See you next time. I just don't know what I'm talking about, really. I don't. Not even that, probably the focal. How many mistakes can I? Very often it focuses. How did that happen?